Back at Veterans Stadium, good crowd will be on hand for this final game before the All-Star break. Phillies coming into play with a 5-game lead over St. Louis in National League East, and the San Francisco Giants have a 9-game lead over Atlanta in National League West. Both the Giants and the Phillies will have 4 members on the All-Star team coming up on Tuesday night at Camden Yards in Baltimore, and Darren Daulton, of course, will start behind the plate. John Kruk will start at first. And Terry Mulholland and Dave Hollins also on that team. Dusty Baker's lineup for the San Francisco Giants today will have Darren Lewis in center field leading off. Steve Scarsoni, the third baseman, bats second. Will Clark, first base, hitting third. Barry Bonds, left field, will bat fourth. Dave Martinez, right fielder, hitting fifth. Royce Clayton, the shortstop, will bat sixth. Kurt Manwaring, catching, hitting seventh. Paul Ferries at second base will bat eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Brian Hickerson. They are facing Kurt Schilling.
You see his records, 8 wins, 5 losses. His ERA is way up there because of his last few starts. He had one of the best in the league not that long ago. He averages 6 strikeouts per 9 innings and a little over 2 walks per 9 innings.
Defensively behind him, Dave Hollins at third base. The shortstop is Kevin Stocker. Mickey Morandini at second, and John Kruk at first. Darren Daulton catching in the outfield from left to right. Pete Incaviglia, Lenny Dykstra, and Wes Chamberlain. Umpires today, Jerry Lane calls the balls and strikes. Crew chief Paul Runge at first base. Kerwin Danley at second, and Charlie Relaford at third. Another hot one here at Veterans Stadium. Not quite as hot as it was yesterday, but almost. Birthday wishes to Randy Garcia, great Phillies fan and graphic artist at Channel 17. Sharon Ashmar of Allentown will be celebrating tomorrow. Loyal Phillies fan.
About Frank Potter in Port Royal, PA, is 101 today. He's just about what the temperature is.
Darren Lewis will lead it off for San Francisco, hitting at .260. He is making his mark in this game defensively. 624 chances without committing an error. And 264 errorless games, the most ever to start a career without committing an error. And he's homing in on the all-time record of 266 errorless games held by Don Demeter. Fastball is high to him. 1 ball and no strikes.
Game time temperature 94.
94.
Cold wave.
Broke his bat, but he loops a single to center field. So Darren Lewis opens the game with a looping single up the middle. Michael Devine, a birthday today, celebrating here at the ballpark.
Made a good pitch on Lewis, but he's about on the trademark. Can't do anything about that.
Here's Steve Scarsoni. Scarsoni hitting at .310. Lewis is a base stealer. He'll have to be watched. 1 strike to Scarsoni. Lewis is second in the league in stolen bases with 30 of them. Giants team batting average is .287. They lead the league in that department. Only Vince Coleman has stolen more bases than Lewis. One ball and 1 strike.
Would appear that Schilling has a pretty good fastball if you can go by the first few pitches. Getting it up there in a hurry.
On the outside corner, a ball and 2 strikes. 40th anniversary wishes to Mr. and Mrs. Roy Schmidt of Berlin, New Jersey. Celebrating their anniversary right here at the yard. Ball and 2 strikes to Scarsoni. Fouls are backing out of play. Don Griffin a birthday today. Betsy Lee Kemp and Amanda Mae Kemp celebrating birthdays.
Belated birthday to Jewel Hilger, was 99 a few days ago.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Scarsoni. Wide, it's 2-2.
Jim White celebrated his 75th, or celebrating it today. Used to work at the ballpark.
Another foul backing out of play. Still 2-2 to Scarsoni. Schilling has lost his last 4 starts. 8-5 his record. He's had 1 previous outing against the Giants. Pitched to no decision. Pitched a good game, 9 innings, but left the game with a game tied 2-2. Gave up a game tying homer to Matt Williams in that game out of Candlestick. Dusty Baker and Dick Pohl, pitching coach, looking on. It's a full count to Scarsoni. And Lewis probably will take off with the pitch. He does. Lofted in the air to left field, fairly deep. Incaviglia back right in front of the fence, makes the catch. And Lewis heads back to first base. The ball yesterday really carried well in this heat, and it looks like it's going to carry well today, too.
He just missed that, Scarsoni. He just didn't quite get all of it. Still took Incaviglia to the warning track.
Brings on Will Clark. Thrill hitting at 280. Lifetime against Schilling. Not that good a hitter. 2 for 12. Mary Piankowski celebrating a birthday, or she will, on the 14th. They're celebrating today in the Port Richmond section. Son Joe, daughter Kathy, and husband Ray. 1 strike to Clark. Hard ground ball, knocked down by Kruk, recovers in time to get Clark. Moving up to second base is Darren Lewis. And with 2 outs, it'll bring on Barry Bonds.
Kruk looked like he was down there digging for worms. He was really scratching and clawing. This ball was hit like a bullet. That's Kruk now. He made a nice play, kind of banged off his mitt. Didn't roll far enough away, and here's once again an intentional walk for Barry Bonds.
Yep. Jim Fregosi will not, if at all possible, allow Bonds to swing a bat in the scoring situation. And he puts him on. Barry Bonds leads the league by far with in intentional walks. That's his 24th. Next most doled out to Larry Walker of Montreal, 14, then Darren Dalton with 10, and Bonds looking in the Phillies dugout.
He's getting a kick out of it. Well, Fragosi's made no secret of it, and Fregosi and Bonds always kind of joshing at each other over that.
They have mutual respect. Fregosi told us on the pregame show that Bonds, in his mind, is the best player in the game. Two men on base, 2 outs for Dave Martinez, who's hitting at 200. Willie McGee has not started the last 2 games, getting a bit of a rest. He's banged up a little bit.
Wayne Baylor, a birthday, is 78th in Rexmont, PA. Ed Sidway, 76 today in Egg Harbor Township.
Belated birthday wishes to Andrew Malazewski. Recently celebrated his 78th. 1-0 to Dave Martinez. I want to send along our best wishes for a speedy recovery to Mary Rengier in Lancaster watching the ball game. Mary's son here on this warm Sunday. Down the left field line. Incaville, you can't get it. Fair ball. It is a ground rule double. And the Giants are on the board leading 1-0.
Well, there's where Martinez kind of upset the strategy. Opposite field double. Once again, Schilling, I think, made a pretty good pitch on him. They weren't playing him over there. That ball just fair. And the Phillies got a break on the ground rule double because Bonds would have scored easily. Martinez just sliced that ball. You can see it inside the chalk line.
Brings on Royce Clayton. He's batting at .297. Clayton's having a good year. He fouls it back and out of play. 0-1.
Giants scored in the first inning of all 4 of these games.
Clayton has good numbers lifetime against Schilling. He's 5 for 8. He's 6 for 9, and this will score 2 runs. The Giants now lead at 3-0 here in the first.
At the risk of being repetitious, he made a good pitch on Clayton. Jammed him with a pitch. Just kind of nudged it into center field.
That's what you get for walking me the most.
Johnny Padres out to talk to Schilling, and probably what Padres is telling Schill, that you've got good stuff, and they slung a couple of hits in there, but stay with them.
That really gets, you know, that hang with him gets a little stale, I think. Keep making some decent pitches. Those balls, none of them have been hit hard, but they've accounted for 3 runs.
Kurt Manwaring, the batter, takes it low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Manwaring's had a good series. He's hitting at .301. One ball and 1 strike to Manwaring. Missing low. It's 2-1. Lois Traits, a birthday today, and Gene White also great Phillies fans. Lois D. Donato is celebrating today. 3 balls and a strike to Manwaring. So Schilling struggling here in the first. Giants have 3 across. Foul out of play. Full count.
Giants have scored 10 runs in the first inning of these these 4 games. It's unbelievable.
Another foul out of play. Stays 3-2.
There you are. Look at that. 67 runs, 99 hits in their last 8 games. In one of those games, they were shut out.
Check swing foul. Carl Hoffman of Ole, Pennsylvania, celebrating a birthday, and belatedly to Carl's nephew, Bradley Fiddler.
Tess Leska and Drexel Hill, a birthday today, and golden wedding for Marvin and Wilma Smink in Ashland, PA.
There's another hit.
Another jammer.
Heading for third. Chamberlain Gets it back into the infield. Really, none of the hits here in this first inning have been hard hit balls, and yet Schilling has given up 3 runs, 4 hits.
Hit that on the trademark and sliced it. If he can get somebody to hit the ball hard, he'll make an out.
Paul Ferries is the batter.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Hitting .385 since being called up from Phoenix. Clayton is the third, Manwaring at first. One strike. Royce Clayton, the base runner at third base, now with his 2 RBIs this afternoon, has 15 runs batted in 8 games against the Phillies. Almost a third of his season total against the league. One ball and 1 strike to Ferries.
Ralph Rosa is 80. Belated birthday. Ralph from South Philadelphia.
Ground ball foul down the first base side. One and 2 to Ferries. Struck him out, and that'll retire the side. The Giants score in the inning. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, leaving 2 after 1/2. San Francisco 3. Phillies coming to bat.
The Phillies try to feast on the East when they shuffle the cards Tuesday, July 27th and Wednesday, July 28th at 7:35. And Thursday, July 29th, 12:35 for a business person special. Then the Pirates walk the plank Friday, July 30th at 7:35. Saturday, July 31st at 7:05. And Nostalgia Day, Sunday, August 1st at 1:35 when everyone gets a free poster. Call 463-1000.
Only one dealer can offer you 5 of the 10 best sellers in America. Your Quality Plus Ford dealer. Now, Ford Taurus is the #1 selling car in America. A leader in safety with available dual airbags and anti-lock brakes. Ford Taurus has been on Car and Driver's top 10 list 7 years straight. Now, for a limited time, save $1,200, including $500 cash back from Ford on all Taurus sedans and wagons. Hurry, save on 5 of the top 10 sellers in America. Only at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Stop dreaming and live the life of a Philly at Phillies Dream Week. 1 week in Clearwater Beach, Florida this January to laugh and play with Ennis, Taylor, Hebner, Wise, and many more. So call now 215-938-1200. Space is limited, 938-1200.
Jim Fagrosi's lineup this afternoon for the Phils. Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leads off. Kevin Stocker, shortstop, bats second. John Kruk, first base, hitting third. Dave Hollins, third base, bats fourth. Darren Dalton catching, hitting fifth. Pete Incaviglia, left field, bats sixth. Wes Chamberlain, the right fielder, hitting seventh. Mickey Morandini at second base, bats eighth. And batting ninth and pitching Kurt Schilling. They are facing the left-hander Brian Hickerson.
Yeah, this is his 31st appearance, only his 5th start. See his record, 2 wins and a loss. Pretty high ERA. Averages a little over 4 strikeouts per 9 innings and about 3.5 walks per 9 innings. Done a pretty good job out of the bullpen mostly.
Defensively, Steve Scarsoni at third base, Royce Clayton at shortstop, Paul Ferries at second, Will Clark at first. Kurt Manwaring is the catcher. In the outfield, Barry Bonds in left, Aaron Lewis in center, and Dave Martinez in right. Hickerson has been primarily a bullpen pitcher. Trevor Wilson on the disabled list, so Hickerson is taking his spot in the rotation. Lifetime against the Phillies, he has good numbers. He's only won 9 major league games and 3 of them against the Phils. He's 3-0. against the Phillies with a career ERA of 1.10. Mostly out of the bullpen. Kurt Schilling has to wonder what's going on. He really didn't throw that badly in the first inning, and he finds himself behind 3-0. Lenny Dykstra leads it off, hitting at .296.
It should be a hitter's day. I mean, this heat and hot AstroTurf.
One strike to Dykstra. Mike Laughlin, a birthday today, season ticket holder, husband of the lovely Lori Laughlin. Dude leads the league in runs scored with 84. Curveball started it and had been broke on the inside part of the plate. 0-2.
See, his record against the Phillies, as Harry indicated, is excellent.
Close pitch to take. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beats the ball foul. Well, Bonds really plays him close to the line in left field. Giving quite a bit of room there between Bonds, and Martinez is also shading him to the opposite field. Or rather, Bonds and Lewis. Martinez well off the line and right. Expect Lenny to pull the ball, I guess. Curveball is up and in. He throws him that curveball on the inside part of the plate. He will pull it.
Dr. and Mrs. Blumley, 40th anniversary today.
He pulls a base hit to right field. Martinez over to cut it off. So Lenny Dykstra, a leadoff base runner for the Phils here in the bottom of the first. It'll bring on Kevin Stocker.
Well, he got a fastball and very quick bat. Right in the middle of that hole between first and second.
Kevin Stocker hitting at .368 since being called up from Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He's had a good series here against the Giants. Today is Lee Heighton Day here at Veterans Stadium. A welcome to all of our fans from the Lee Heighton area. 23rd year they've been here on a Sunday in July. Their overall record is the 24th year. They're 22-1 in Lee Heighton Day. Appreciate their loyal support. They're more than 350 from the Lee Heighton area.
Lenny's
here.
on a good string of 15 straight stolen bases without getting caught.
Back through the middle. That's a hit for Stocker. Dykstra will hold at second, and the Phillies have their first 2 men on base here in the bottom of the first. Boy, Kevin Stocker, who was known as a glove and not much of a bat, has been swinging the bat very well.
Makes him 8 for 20. That is right between the legs of Hickerson. 8 for 20, and he went hitless in his first 6 at-bats.
First 7, 0 for 6 in that 20-inning game.
First 7. So he's now 8 for his last 13 at-bats.
Brings on John Kruk. Krucker hitting at .345. Leads the league in on-base percentage, 7th in the league in slugging percentage. Started that breaking ball at him, and again it caught the inside corner. No balls and a strike to John Kruk. Another breaking ball, and he tops a foul down the first base side. You could just train a camera on Kruk an entire game, and it would be entertaining.
Without having said a word.
Nothing in 2 to the Crucker with 2 men on base and nobody out. Struck him out. Kruk going after a high fastball. That's a pitch that he can drive a lot of times. Well, sometimes he'll miss it.
He had a good pitch to hit right through the middle of the plate.
That'll bring on Dave Hollins. Hollins hitting at .278, batting better right-handed than left, .330 right-handed. He's hitting .341 with runners in scoring position. Giants lead 3-0 here in the first. Phillies trying to get some back. One ball and no strikes. Lenny Dykstra at second, he's singled. Kevin Stocker at first, he's singled. There's a base hit to left field, and Dykstra will be held. Bonds got to it in a hurry. And the Phillies have the bases loaded for Darren Daulton.
Hollins really blistered the ball right in that hole, and Bonds, who plays a fairly shallow left field, got to the ball in a hurry, and he does have a powerful arm, so Larry Bowa did the right thing. In fact, the throw is going to be a little off, but you can't know that until after the throw is made. And Dick Pohl, the Giant pitching coach, headed for the mound. Happy birthday to Clem Ruggiero, 81, down in Avalon, and Helen Babicki celebrating a birthday today.
So the Phillies have them loaded here with 1 out in the bottom of the first for Darren Daulton. Daulton hitting at .247, tied for third in the league in runs batted in with 64. Dutch has had a lot of RBI opportunities in this homestand. A big RBI opportunity here. He tried to check on a low breaking ball and did check as the appeal goes to Charlie Relaford. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, even though he's missed some opportunities, he's made the most of a lot of them too, as you can see by his runs batted in.
Fouls it hard off his foot at the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Phillies have them loaded with 1 out here in the first, trailing 3-0. Another foul ball, first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Hickerson just keeps throwing that curveball to the left-hand hitters, and I don't think the curveball is that great. Nobody's really hurt him with it yet.
Hickerson, 29 years old, graduate of the University of Minnesota, degree in sport and exercise science from Bemidji, Minnesota. There's a curveball hit sharply to Clark. They got one, but nobody was at first base. Hickerson didn't cover. Dykstra scores, and it's now a 3-1 game. Clayton was looking to throw to Hickerson, but Hickerson wasn't there.
I think Hickerson thought Clark would go back to the bag. Clark wasn't that far away from it, and Hickerson didn't break. You still have to break if you're a pitcher. You have to go to first on every ground ball hit to the right side. And I think that he thought Clark would go back to the bag.
Give Dutch a run batted in, his 65th. Dalton knocking in Dykstra, and Dykstra scores his 85th run. Nobody in the league had even 80 runs scored last year until September. And here we are, the All-Star break, and the dude has 85 runs scored. Here's Pete Incaviglia, pops a foul, coming back and out of play. One strike to Incaviglia. Philly runners first and third, a run across, and 2 outs. Ground ball deep third. Scarsoni throws the second for the force on Dalton, and that will retire the side. Phillies got 1 back on 3 hits, no errors, leaving 2 at the end of 1. 3-1 San Francisco.
Some people hate to stop for gasoline. We do it for a living. Just going from one Sunoco station to another. Checking to make sure a gallon is truly a gallon. That the octane you pay for is the octane you get. That the gasoline is as good coming out of the pump as it was coming out of the refinery. So next time you're moaning because you have to pull over for gasoline, think of us. We have to stop 1,183 times this year.
It's like a nightmare. I was scared, angry. But later I realized how lucky we were to be with Nationwide Insurance.
The robbery really devastated Don's family. Obviously, I got one of our claims people involved right away.
They were very supportive.
Because it is...
They wrote us in advance and promised to get everything back to the way it was.
Being there and getting their life back to normal, that's what mattered most.
Nationwide is on your side.
Next up, Darren Dalton.
What? You're out of uniform.
Coach, Zuba stripes are in.
Dalton, you need glasses.
Right, Coach. Philly Zuba's glasses from McDonald's.
Score big at McDonald's with Phillies glasses in 2 hot Zubas designs. Each only 79 cents when you order a bacon Swiss quarter pounder, a large fry, and a medium Coke Classic, or any other extra value meal.
Now what? What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
After 1 inning of play, San Francisco 3 and the Phillies 1. Upcoming Phillies telecasts begin after the All-Star break in San Diego right here on PHL 17. You can see Game 1 of the Padres series Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock and Game 2 of the series Friday night at 10. Brian Hickerson will lead it off for the Giants here in the second. Hickerson, the pitcher, has 1 hit and 7 at-bats. It was his only career hit. Lifetime, he's 1 for 23. Brian Hickerson to lead it off for San Francisco. One ball and no strikes. 2-0. Two balls and a strike to Hickerson. Two and two to him. Tommy Green yesterday gave up 3 early runs, but then hung tough. And the Phillies are hoping the same thing will apply to Schilling here, his second strikeout. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Here's Darren Lewis. He singled and scored a run his first time up. One strike to Lewis. Missing low.
Game that really hurt Schilling was on the 1st of July out in St. Louis. Pitched 2 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned.
Chamberlain makes the grab for out number 2. And it'll bring on Steve Scarsone. You flying out to left field his first time up. Scarsone called up during this trip. He's had a good series, as has Paul Ferries, who was also just called up. Matt Williams still on the disabled list. Robbie Thompson is not on the DL, but he's out with a quadricep muscle pull and has not played in this series. 0-2 the count to Scarsone. In the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Robbie Thompson. Two and two.
That keeps taking those bouncers up there and off the chest protector.
He evidently wanted to play today because initially Jim Fregosi had talked about resting Dutch today against the left-hander as much as he has caught, but Dutch must have asked to play.
Well, he's knocked in a run and he gets some time off, although he will be in the All-Star game. That's really not time off. That's probably harder on him. Making the trip down there. It's not that far, but you have all the festivities going on with it.
Full count to Scarsone. Two outs, no base runners here in the second. Pops a foul, coming back and out of play. Still 3-2. Slam back up the middle. So Scarsone gets hit number 5 for the Giants off Schilling, and that'll bring on Will Clark. He grounded out to John Kruk his first time up. Todd Pratt, Phillies backup catcher.
Due for some dental work. Root canal in the next couple days.
That won't be too much fun in an all-star break. One and nothing to Will Clark. Clark not on the all-star team this year.
That's a shock because he almost always goes, but he started so poorly. You see, Schilling got involved in a lot of first inning pitches, and he's already thrown a half 100.
Breaks a string of 5 straight all-star games for the Thrill.
He said he had the best spring training he'd ever had in terms of hitting and timing. And then he said also that he was hitting the ball pretty well in the beginning, most of them right at people. Can't do anything about that.
That's a shot up the middle for a hit. And this time Jim Fregosi cannot walk Bonds. 2 men on base, 2 outs for Barry Bonds. Bonds was intentionally walked and scored a run his first time up. Leads the league in homers and in runs batted in. Dalton out to talk to Schilling.
If there were runners on second and third with the first base open, they'd walk him, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Well, the base that is open on third. You want to put him on.
Paul Fletcher starting to loosen in the Phillies bullpen. To the opposite field, it's deep. Incaviglia makes the catch right in front of the fence, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-1 San Francisco.
Lenny Dykstra and the Phillies will be on a mission when they head west to take on the San Diego Padres all this weekend on PHL 17. Tony Quinn and the Padres will be looking to slow down the streaking Phils. But Darren Dalton and the boys are going to have these Padres saying their prayers. It's the Phillies and the Padres Thursday at 4, Friday and Saturday at 10, and again Sunday at 4, only on PHL 17.
We play the Phillies on 17.
Phils Padres Thursday at 4.
All fans receive a great-looking poster, compliments of Thriftway. The teams wear uniforms from 1933. The Phillies play the Pirates on Nostalgia Day, Sunday, August 1st at 1:35. Call 463-1000.
The metal cylinder is secured and turned in a counterclockwise motion, causing the internal railing to rise and disengage. It's easy to make something as simple as opening a jar complex. The challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile. We take cutting-edge technology and place it comfortably in your hands. Bell Atlantic Mobile. Advanced technology and people will make it mean something.
Just imagine if you could always do things your way. Like if you were a cartoon. Then you could give yourself your own Foot Locker with tons of Philo Rumball shoes. And then you could really jam. You're not a cartoon. Lucky for you, Foot Locker has tons of Philo Rumball shoes. Hey, it's a start. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
The annual Phillies ALS Family Autograph and Auction Party scheduled for Monday, August 2nd at 6 o'clock right here at the Vet. All for a worthy cause, the fight against Lou Gehrig's disease. It's always a great time. All the 93 Phils will be on hand. The night includes autograph booths, silent and live auction, fun and games. Tickets are on sale now. There are a limited amount of tickets, so to enjoy the festivities on Monday, August 2nd at 6 o'clock, call 463-1000. Wes Chamberlain will lead it off. Chamberlain hitting at .274. West with 8 homers. He's knocked in 25. Fouls it back and out of play. No balls and a strike to Wes Chamberlain. Mickey Morandini will be next, and then Curt Schilling.
Had that Christian Keeney with a birthday yesterday, Harry. Number 11 for Christian.
11 for him, huh? Pulled the string on him. Off-speed pitch, 0-2.
West way out in front with a little curve ball or slider that dropped down. Looked like a pretty good pitch to hit.
Dickerson does possess a splitter too, which doesn't use all that much, but will occasionally throw it. That might have been it in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouled back and out of play. One and 2 it holds to Wes Chamberlain.
That dugout actually is pretty cool. They have some blowers in there and some air conditioning coming up that hallway to the clubhouse.
Hard ground ball, but Scarsoni has it. Throws Chamberlain out. That's 1 down. That'll bring up Mickey Morandini. That man looks nice and cool, doesn't he?
Oh boy. Those eyeballs roll.
Probably if he didn't have that much hair, it'd be a little cooler for him. Here's Mickey Morandini hitting at 246.
I think he'd look all that great with a coup cut, though.
1 strike to Morandini. We were talking at the top about how Mickey is hanging tough against left-handers. He's actually hitting left-hand pitching better than right. He's hitting 273 against left-hand pitching. Won't get a hit on this one. Scarsoni and foul ground. 2 down, and that'll bring up Curt Schilling. Rucker preparing to take the field again. Not showing a lot of confidence in Schilling's chances of getting a hit here. One strike to Schilling. Three-1 Giants lead. We're in the second. Fouls it back. Nothing in 2 to Schilling. Fouled in and out of the glove of Manwaring. Another foul ball. Schilling stays alive.
making Hickerson stay out there a little longer in this heat.
He's out on strikes, and that'll retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, none left at the end of 2-3-1 San Francisco.
Come see castles and knights. Explore legends, be bold. Conquer dragons, cross countries, hear tales being told. Adventures waiting, there's no time to waste. Come see, come conquer, there's only one place. Busch Gardens, the nearby faraway place. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, come see, conquer.
Bert sells balloons. Bob sells balloons. Bert sells wacky gifts. Bob sells wacky gifts. Bert delivers. Bob delivers. So if Bob's got everything Bert's got, why's Bert busy and Bob not? Now, do you suppose Bert's got a big color ad in the book 9 out of 10 people use? The genuine Bella Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bella Atlantic Company.
Recently, an object was sighted.
It was big. It was just big.
Too big to measure with the human eye.
They say it could show up anywhere.
Whoa! Did you see that? Pizza Hut!
Bigfoot from Pizza Hut.
Out of sight, big.
21 slices.
I can handle it.
On a totally different crust.
Whoa!
For a ridiculously low $10.99. It's a legendary value. Bigfoot from Pizza Hut. The biggest pizza you can get delivered.
Loosen your tie, take off your coat, roll up your sleeves. It's a business person special, Thursday, July 29th at 12:35. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Go ahead. You deserve a break. Call 463-1000.
Back at Veterans Stadium, our trivia question of the afternoon. The record for the most all-star appearances by a pitcher is shared by 4 players. 8 all-star games for Jim Bunning, 8 for Don Drysdale, 8 for Juan Marichal, 8 for Tom Seaver. Can you name the players who hold the record for most all-star games played at the other positions? First, second, short, third, catch, and outfield. Dave Martinez leads it off. He doubled to knock in a run his first time up, a ground rule double. Plays a nice bunt down. Hollins will have, boy, made a good play, did Hollins. Did everything he could, but that was perfectly laid down by Martinez for a bunt single. Nice play by Hollins. He almost got him.
I don't think he had any chance of letting it roll foul either. That was an excellent play, but an accurate call by Paul Runge. Boy, that's close, Jay. He just beat it.
Yeah. Good effort by Hollins. The batter will be Royce Clayton. He bunts the ball. That's going to be a sacrifice for Clayton. Moves the runner up to second base.
Sacrifice 1-3.
But surprised that Clayton's bunting the way he has hit the Phillies. Well, Sunday, August 1st, when the Phillies take on the Buccos, we have our nostalgia game. Phils and Buccos will wear uniforms from 1933. As we turn the clock back, all fans receive a great-looking poster featuring all the Phillies' offensive players, compliments of Thriftway. For tickets, call 463-1000. That's August 1st at 1:35. Kurt Manwaring singled his first time up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Giants lead 3-1. We're playing in the 3rd inning here at Veterans Stadium. Next game for the Phils will be Thursday at San Diego. One of the all-time great umpires is in attendance here today, Billy Williams. Haven't seen Billy in a while.
Retired and used to have had a son who used to work in the Phillies organization.
Hit in the right center field, not deep. Dykstra will take charge of that one. That's out number 2, and we'll bring on Paul Ferries. Holding at second base is Martinez. Secretary of Defense Gary Maddox in the booth with us here. Gary not even working this game, and he's been at every game of this series. Must like those Giants, huh?
Well,
Phillies got him from the Giants, of course. That was Gary's organization in the Willie Martinez deal. Ferries takes one on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. No balls and a strike to Paul Ferries. He struck out his first time up. Into right center field, and Chamberlain makes the grab, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, 3-1 San Francisco.
Do you want your car done right?
If you want your car done right, bring it to a place that puts its money where its mouth is. Bring it to Jiffy Lube, where millions of cars every year are covered by our pledge of satisfaction.
Everybody says they'll do the job right, but at Jiffy Lube, we guarantee it. One more reason Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
All right, listen up. We have a fugitive that's been on the run for 90 minutes. What I want out of each and every one of you is a hard target search of every gas station, residence, warehouse, farmhouse, hen house, outhouse, or dog house in this area.
Put that gun down! I didn't kill my wife!
Harrison Ford is The Fugitive, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, August 6th at a theater near you.
Next up, Darren Dalton.
What? You're out of uniform. Coach, Zuba stripes are in. Dalton, you need glasses. Right, Coach. Philly Zuba's glasses from McDonald's.
Score big at McDonald's with Phillies glasses in 2 hot Zubas designs. Each only 79 cents when you order a bacon Swiss quarter pounder, a large fry, and a medium Coke Classic, or any other extra value meal.
Now what? What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. By your local Quality Plus Ford dealer, where you'll find 5 of the top 10 best-selling vehicles in America. And by Pizza Hut. Call Pizza Hut Delivery now and have your pizza by the 6th inning. Our trivia question of the afternoon. Record for most all-star appearances by a pitcher, shared by 4 players, 8. Bunning, Drysdale, Marichal, and Seaver. How about the players who hold the record for most all-star games played at the other positions? First base.
First base?
Yep.
Good question. How about shortstop, Ozzie Smith?
Shortstop is Ozzie Smith. That is correct with 12.
How about John Bench, the catcher?
That would be incorrect.
You're kidding.
Good guess.
Now, is this
these
just
are American?
national?
No, these are American and national.
Okay.
American and national, Whitey.
I guess, what, Yogi?
Yogi is correct. Yogi Berra, 14.
How about Schmitty at third, or Brooks Robinson at third?
Brooks Robinson,
Yeah.
18 All-Star games at third base is correct. Now all you have is second base, first base, and an outfielder. Just one outfielder.
One outfielder?
Well, yeah, just
That'd just be Willie.
Willie Mays is correct.
Yeah.
22 of them for Willie Howard. Lenny Dykstra leads it off. So all you have left is first and second. Dykstra singled, scored a run his first time up. One ball and one strike.
How about McCovey?
Good guess. Incorrect, however. Played for the Dodgers.
First base played for the Dodgers. Garvey, Steve Garvey.
That is correct. Steve Garvey with 10. And second baseman. Line drive that's speared by Ferries. Dykstra hit it on the nose, but caught by Paul Ferries. One down. Second baseman, now deceased, should be in the Hall of Fame, but isn't.
Not Nellie.
Yep.
Nellie Fox?
Nellie Fox had 13 All-Star game appearances. Is he under the same situation that you are?
No, he's in better shape. He is still on the ballot because he received 60% of the vote from the writers.
Well, hopefully they'll change that.
He came very close to being voted in by the writers.
Great player. Kevin Stocker, the batter, he singled his first time up. He's had a fine series. Another base hit for Stocker. Oh, this young man has really been swinging the bat. It's amazing. Here's a young fellow that hit 230, was hitting 233 at Strand Wilkes-Barre, and he's been smoking the ball here in this series against the Giants.
Hit a low pitch there, as you can see, probably a ball, but got good wood on it. Yeah, he's 9 for 21 as a hitter. After going 0 for 7 in the beginning, that's very, very strong hitting.
Here's Kruk. He struck out his first time up. There's that big sweeping curveball that he misses with. 1 ball and no strikes. I don't think that computes.
No, somebody messed up. Not hitting 394, it's hitting 344.
It's that breaking ball. He starts at the hitter, and it comes in on the inside part of the plate. Hitters give up on that, left-hand hitters, and it's been an effective pitch for Brian Hickerson.
If you stay in there with it, if you keep your nose in there and your shoulder in there, that's the easiest pitch in the world to hit. But you can't give ground.
Fouled out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kevin Stocker at first, 1 down. We're in the bottom of the third. It's 3-1 San Francisco. There's a base hit up the middle. Stocker will hold out at second base. So the Phillies with 2 men on base, 1 out for Dave Hollins, who singled his first time up.
The Kruk stayed right on that pitch, and that was a breaking ball. I think it was probably his slider. It wasn't the big curve. I watched Kruk. He stays right on it. And the shoulder there and the head there, and blistered it through the middle. It was a ball, but Kruk leveled off on that high pitch.
Two men on base with 1 out. Hit to the opposite field, but Martinez there makes the catch. Stocker tags and moves to third after the catch. That's well hit by Hollins, too. Both outs have been well hit balls in this inning. Phillies have runners at first and third, 2 outs for Darren Dalton, who grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up and knocked in the Phillies' run.
Surprised that they played Hollins that far over into right field. He doesn't hit many balls over there right-handed. Martinez caught it easily.
Stocker at third and Kruk at first with 2 down here in the third. Missed with that breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Up and in, 2-0. Suppose they get a fastball to hit here.
Ought to with Incaviglia coming up next.
Andy Semenick, the last catcher to start the All-Star game back in '49 for the Phillies. Green light.
I think so. I'd say yes.
Got Incaviglia on deck.
But he's really been struggling for his hits, and I'd like to see Dalton swing the bat here.
3-0 to Darren Dalton. He did have a green light, and he pops a foul, and it's playable. It looks like Manwaring makes the grab, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Chris Wheeler and Andy Musser join you in the 4th. At the end of 3, Giants lead 3-1.
What is a mountain man's natural environment? Let's explore. A mountain man enjoys peaceful surroundings. A place where gentle winds blow. And the beauty of nature is all about. Only here does the mountain man find true happiness with a smooth bush beer or an easy drinking bush light. So, head for the mountains and find out how the true mountain man can make any environment a more natural one.
What could 4 minutes cost if your 800 service goes down? If you're big in the travel business, $240,000. But with us, you can stay on course. Introducing the AT&T 800 service never miss a call guarantee. Now, if there's a problem, we can reroute your calls in less than a second. Sign up for the never miss a call guarantee. It's the #1 reason with AT&T 800 service. It's always smooth sailing. AT&T, the best in the business, guaranteed.
Some premium gasolines don't give you smooth performance during warm-up. Some don't give you the highest level of engine cleaning or a full 93 octane. But Exxon 93 Supreme gives you all 3.
Let the tiger set you free.
For high performance, rely on Exxon Supreme.
Rely on the tiger.
Phillies return to Veterans Stadium on July 27th for a two-team series, I should say. The Cardinals and the Pirates both coming in. Cardinals started out for 2 night games followed by a business person special on July 29th at 12:35. Pirates for the weekend, Friday night, July 30th, Saturday night at 7:05, and Sunday, August 1st is the nostalgia game. So get your tickets by calling 463-1000. It'll be the last visit of the Cardinals and the Pirates this year. The Fanatic in the sunshine. He's got to be careful on a day like this. It's got to be really tough for the Fanatic to do his thing today, although it is not quite as hot here as it was yesterday, Wheels, and you can noticeably tell the difference.
He says he's holding up pretty well in this, considering how long it's been for this homestand, and he said he's actually caught a cold, believe it or not.
Hickerson swings and misses. Schilling struck him out first time around, the San Francisco pitcher. Hickerson 1 for 8 as a batter this year. That's 125. That scooter helps a lot. No balls and 2 strikes. Doing a little preening, huh? I'm talking about the Fanatic.
Not Todd Pratt.
Pratt, yeah. Got him. Schilling's 3rd strikeout. Hickerson the victim twice. Paul Ferries the other strikeout victim. And here's Darren Lewis. He singled and scored the first run of the afternoon. He is also lined to right. He's become a real good leadoff hitter for San Francisco.
Yeah, he sprays the ball around a little more than he used to. He used to play a dead opposite field hitter, and you could really defense him. He's still going to hit balls to right and right center, but he will pull the ball once in a while. What Schilling has to do is hang in there now. And he had a rocky first inning where they hit a bunch of bleeders off him. He gave up 3 runs, and he settled down a little bit since then. And the Phillies have shown some signs that they're going to hit the ball off Hickerson. They have hit a lot of hard outs so far. So this game is certainly within reach for him if he keeps his team close.
The 1-strike pitch missed, and we're looking for some long balls today, and the Phillies might have the advantage there because the ball is really carrying to left field, and the Giants have the left-hander going. So we'll see if some of the Phillies right-handed batters can jerk some. Did he check? No appeal.
I think Lane called it a strike.
Yeah, no appeal. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lewis. Darren Lewis has yet to make an error in his major league career. That's a base hit. Kruk might have been able to get it, but he slipped as he made a move to his right. And Lewis, who has 3 line drives today, is now 2 out of 3.
Yeah, Kruk was going to catch that ball. I don't think there's any doubt about it. And he just slipped, fell down.
Hit number 8 for San Francisco. Scarsoni will be the batter. He's had one of them. He flied to the track in left on a ball that wasn't hit that well. That gave us our first clue that the ball was carrying to left. And he singled to center. Lewis goes, and the ball is grounded through the right side. Lewis is going to make it to 3rd base. Chamberlain's throw cut off, and it's 1st and 3rd with 1 out as Scarsoni comes through on a hit and run.
Perfect handling of the bat on the hit and run with the runner going and Kruk holding the runner on and then jumping out. He's just trying to hit the ball right. Look at him just drop the bat head on it. He had a perfect pitch to hit also, down and away, and all he had to do was just boom, knock it into right field.
He's been a surprisingly good hitter in this series, and the Phillies have paid the price. Now Will Clark. It's tough when you've got these good hitters coming up with runners at 1st and 3rd. No margin for error here. Clark 1 for 2, single to center. Bonds is next. Clark gets jammed. That was a good pitch on Clark. Strike 1. Clark testing the bat to see if it's all in one piece. Will got off to a horrendous start this year, but he's been a hot hitter lately. In fact, right now as he stands up there, Clark is 17 for 36. That's hot.
He's grounded into 7 double plays this year. He doesn't run very well, so if you get him to hit a ground ball, you can turn one on him.
A little outside, 1 ball, 1 strike on the thrill. He's got his average up to 282. That's a high water mark for the year.
Best wishes for a speedy recovery to our good friend Dr. Paul Angotti. Underwent a little surgery, trying to act like an athlete and hurt himself. It was a dream weaker a few years ago. Paul, hope you feel better real soon.
Jammed him again. 1-2 the count on Clark.
Also belated birthday wishes to Ray Boone, who's 65, from Glen Olden, the father of Jody Boone from the Phillies ground crew, not Bobby Boone, who's also got a dad named Ray.
Indeed. But he no longer lives in the area.
No, he's in San Diego.
Right.
We'll see him probably this week.
I bet. We generally do when we visit San Diego. It's high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schilling trying to work out some problems here in the 4th inning. The Phillies are already down by 2. Phillies have some bullpen action. Mike Williams is throwing. That's not Mike Williams. It's Paul Fletcher. Clark swings and misses or foul tipped it, and he was upset with himself as he is a big strikeout for Schilling.
Big is right.
What a
fly ball gets you a run there.
You bet. No wonder he's upset. Watch this one.
He likes the ball away. The Phillies went away with him, and he just foul tips it, and Dalton holds on to it.
Clark's one of those guys that thinks he ought to bat 1,000. You really have to admire him for it. It's not going to happen, of course, but he thinks he's supposed to come through every time. Barry Bonds walked intentionally again in the 1st and then fly to the track in left. Look out, Bonds in the series 6 for 13. 7 runs batted in. 2-0. They'll pitch carefully to him here because you do have the base open. It isn't first base. See that guard that Bonds wears on his right forearm? He never wore that until he was hit by a Mitch Williams pitch last year when he was playing for Pittsburgh. He's kidding with Dalton. He thinks he's being walked here, Wheels.
Yeah, he thought that pitch was outside. Another strike. They shouldn't throw him a good strike, though.
Hits this ball in the air to left center field. It is high off the fence and in play. 2-run score. Bonds goes to second. It is a 5-1 game.
And they throw him a good strike. When I say a good strike, I mean something in near the middle of the plate or something he can handle. If you want to nibble with him, go ahead. But it looked like Schilling got it out over the plate a little bit up, and he just smoked it to left center. Just missed a home run. Yep, there it was, right down the middle, really. And the ball is really carrying, as we talked about earlier, to left and left center. Bonds thought it was out when he hit it. Boy, is he a player.
Jim Fregosi says best in the league, no doubt about it. And you'd have trouble mounting an argument on that. So he now has 71 runs batted in. Jim's going to the All-Star game. He'll be a coach. Martinez is 2 for 2 with an RBI ground rule double and a bunt single. Filling in for the injured Willie McGee. They say McGee's whole body is sore, but specifically it's a shoulder that is keeping him out of the last couple of games. He did pinch hit yesterday, and here's Martinez 3 for 3. Bonds is going to score. It's 6-1 San Francisco. Martinez came into the game 1 for 15, and he's 3 for 3.
The Phillies just cannot get Schilling going, and here comes Fregosi, and it's like Paul Fletcher is going to make his major league debut, and this is not what they had in mind today.
Jim makes the point to the bullpen. No, you really wanted to see Schilling get straightened out before this All-Star break and go out in a good frame of mind, but it's not going to work that way. So he leaves after 3 2/3 innings. And Paul Fletcher, who was with the Phillies in spring training, is going to come in and make his major league debut. Fletcher, 26 years of age.
Major league debut.
Pitching change. It's 6-1 San Francisco. We'll be right back.
If you heard of a car whose performance is almost eerily smooth and quiet, whose dual airbags enhance a secure environment, whose finish resists even acid rain, Would you want to take a closer look at it? We thought so. Introducing the all-new 1994 Mitsubishi Galant. It's everything you ever hoped for in a midsize sedan, and a few things you never dreamed of. The Galant from Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles.
It's like having a Phillies ticket window come right to your home. Call 463-1000 and reserve your tickets in advance. No rushing, no waiting, no hassle. 463-1000. It's like having a Phillies ticket window right in your home.
Major League debut of the 26-year-old right-hander Paul Fletcher, who won the Owens Award as the Phillies' best minor league pitching prospect last year. This year he was 4-7 at Scranton Wilkes-Barre when they brought him up after 21 ball games. This is his debut. He throws a slurve, a changeup, and a fastball that gets into the high 80s. It's 6-1 San Francisco as Fletcher comes in the ball game.
Phillies are really fortunate the All-Star break's coming tomorrow, because here you go with another starter knocked out early. And by early, this is the 4th inning. And that means no matter what, either Fletcher's going to have to use up some innings today, or Fergosi's going to have to use 2 or 3 or 4 more guys before this is over. And it's very fortunate for them. They don't have a big series coming up starting on Monday, that they can shut it down for a while and hope to get this straightened out after the All-Star break and get away from the Giants, who are so hot, and hope that is it, and not that the pitching's starting to falter. Although in Schilling's case, I don't think anybody has any clue right now of what to do with him.
Clayton is the batter. He is 1 for 1 with an RBI single. He has also sacrificed. 2 outs in the inning, runner on first, and the ball gets away from Dalton, and Martinez goes to second. How about your first major league pitch is a wild pitch?
And talking about Schilling, I mean, nobody's more frustrated than Kurt, because he is such a competitor, and this has to be driving him up the walls on why he can't get his act together right now. But there's still a long way to go.
And as we said in the opening today, that pitching is really going to be the determining factor in the second half. The Phillies offense is pretty much guaranteed to be there. If one guy doesn't do it, somebody else will. But the pitching is the thing that really provided the Phillies the momentum at the beginning of the year, and it's the thing that's been missing lately. And it's the thing that they're going to have to pull together if they are to get in the playoffs.
And you can see the bewildered look of that shot we just had of him, and now he grabs his cap and knows it'll be a while before he can come back and pitch again.
Schilling is set to work next Sunday. Phillies have their rotation set up for Jackson to pitch on Thursday afternoon in San Diego, Tommy Green on Friday night, Terry Mulholland Saturday night, and Curt Schilling Sunday afternoon. 3 balls and no strikes on Clayton.
Happy anniversary today to Mr. and Mrs. Joseph DiCostanzo, Millmont Park, 51 years.
Got to be a little jittery out there in your first major league appearance. Foul tip. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Inning started with a strikeout and then a couple of base hits, and then they got Clark out for the second out, and then the roof fell in. 2-run double and a base hit. 3 more runs, and Schilling's out of here.
The 3-2 pitch to Clayton. Hits it hard to center field, but Dykstra's going to get it. Clayton lines out to win the inning. But the Giants pick up 3 here in the 4th. They do it on 4 hits and 1 man left on base. 6-1 San Francisco.
Renegade, a fellow that's on the edge and out of control.
I know he's your friend, Reno, but he's dangerous now.
A friend is a friend no matter what.
But can a vow of friendship save a strung-out vet?
Crazy, Kimasabi? I'm bringing him in before the cops go up there and kill him.
Or will it mean the life of another?
Bobby, don't move!
On the next Renegade.
Tonight at 7 on PHL 17.
rush hour. Well, you've got quite a mess out there this morning, folks. People merging on the northbound causing all kinds of problems. Expect major delays. Inbound looking real slow. We got a stalled vehicle in the right-hand lane, backing things up all the way past the interchange. Westbound real heavy this morning. Watch for a delivery truck blocking both southbound lanes.
If the prospect of another rush hour is less than amusing to you, get together to get to work.
Good afternoon. I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break. In the American League today, a 13-minute rain delay in Kansas City. They've just gotten underway between the Tigers and the Royals. 3-2 Milwaukee leads Minnesota in the third. Frank Thomas' 3-run home run is 19th of the year. Chicago out in front of Baltimore in the fifth. Dean Palmer is 21st home run. Texas leads Toronto 6-3 in the fourth. Late afternoon starts in Oakland, Anaheim, and Seattle. The Cardinals are taking on the Rockies today. There's no score. They're in the bottom of the second inning. 6-1. We go to the bottom of the fourth to Andy and Wheels.
All right, Neil, we're back here at Veterans Stadium, and the Phillies will hope to get something going here. It's a very warm day at the ballpark, but not quite as uncomfortable as yesterday. Wheels, we were talking about being in the bullpen. This is one of those days, this last game before the All-Star break, where you occasionally see even a starter work in relief. It can happen.
Sure, depending on what kind of a game. Suppose you were getting a, God forbid, the game like the other night again. Yeah, you might even use one of those guys because you don't have to worry about it. Now, Fletcher is due to hit in this inning, and Mike Williams is up because Fregosi will probably hit for Fletcher if they get to him, as opposed to those other two games Thursday and Friday when he couldn't hit for a guy that he brought in early because you were still facing a couple more games of a weekend series of a dog-tired bullpen.
And Fletcher is due to bat fourth. Here is Incaviglia to lead it off. He grounded into a 5-4 fielder's choice first time up. Fouls it out of play, strike one. Incaviglia is 0 for his last 17.
6 runs earned, 1 walk, conventional, 4 strikeouts.
Dennis Menke says Incaviglia is lifting his head off the ball, a common item for a hitter to do when things start going poorly, and he says that the hot weather doesn't help any on that either because it takes concentration to keep your head in there. 0-2.
Just another form of pulling off. You can pull off with your shoulder flying out. You can pull off with your head. And Incaviglia evidently is doing that, according to the Phillies hitting instructor, as he's pulling his head off.
Incaviglia gets time. Hickerson has not walked anybody. He's not a power pitcher by any means. He has 2 strikeouts. 0-2 on Incaviglia. They work away, and he doesn't go for it. Incaviglia, Chamberlain, Morandini, and then Fletcher's spot. Hickerson making only his 5th start. Incaviglia strikes out. Hickerson's 3rd strikeout. 1 down in the 4th.
Hickerson now with a 6-1 lead can start, using everything. There he throws his changeup, which is kind of a screwball effect to a right-handed batter. Down and away from Incaviglia and gets him.
Business Person Special coming up on July 29th at 12:35 against the Cardinals. All these games compliments of Mellon PSFS. So start thinking of your excuses, and here's the number for your tickets: 463-1000. Wes Chamberlain 0 for 1, ground ball to third base. There's another line hugger. It's a fair ball. Extra bases for Chamberlain. It's in play. He's going to stay at first. It's a single. There's a case where if a fan had grabbed it, he might have been better off.
Yeah, it'd be better for the fan to grab it than let Bonds get a hold of it.
That's true.
I don't think Bonds ever misplays a ball against the Phillies. He's scary almost how good he really is. And he has the angle played perfectly here. The ball's down the line. Now watch. It comes off, and look where Bonds is. Right there. And he's in perfect position to pirouette, and to get something on the throw. Down by 5 runs, you just stay at first base.
Barry Bonds was a great center fielder until he moved to left, and now he is the best left fielder.
He is what you would call complete.
Morandini is at the plate. 5 runs batted in for Mickey yesterday. Here's a looper to center field. Lewis makes the play. Morandini out on a fly to center for the 2nd out of the inning. And Ricky Jordan will come out and bat for Paul Fletcher. Jordan had a pinch single yesterday. Ricky batting at .310, 4 home runs, 9 runs batted in.
Be Ricky Jordan, batting for pleasure.
So the Phillies could really use a long ball to get back in this, the way the ball's jumping to left and left center.
Here's Ricky. He's done a nice job as a pinch hitter. He's 8 for 28. Paul Fletcher's major league debut consisted of pitching to 1 batter, and he got him. Phillies trail at 6-1 as Jordan tries to pump one through here. Jordan is 6 for 12 against San Francisco this year with 2 home runs. And that was his home run swing.
Yeah, and Hickerson knows exactly that we're talking about. That Jordan wants to hit a long ball here, try and get the Phillies in. He's going to stay away from him, I would think, unless he makes a mistake or comes way inside. I mean, his basic feeling here has to be, if you're going to beat me with a long ball, you're going to have to do it the other way.
Jordan has the power to do that, but as we mentioned, your best home run opportunity today is to left. Ricky with another hard swing, 1-2 the count on him.
The breaking ball from Hickerson, and Jordan swings over it.
One and two on Rick. Giants have hit the Phillies 11-6. Bouncer, tough play for Scarsoni, and it's a base hit. Second day in a row that Ricky Jordan has delivered a pinch infield single.
In the same direction. Scarsoni was playing real deep with a 6-1 lead and 2 outs, so look how far he has to come for this, and he gets caught with a short hop. Do or die, and I don't think he's going to get him even if he came up with that short hop.
So the Phillies have 2 on for Lenny Dykstra. Down 6-1. Lenny's had a good ball game. Line single and line out. Lenny with his 85th run scored today. It was mentioned in this morning's Enquirer, I believe it was Jason Stark who mentioned that no National Leaguer had scored 84 runs, which is what he had at that point, until September of last year, and he's done it already.
After a slow April.
That's right.
Bonds is really shallow and left. I mean, Bo, if the balls hit the Bonds, Bo's not going to be able to score Chamberlain if it's hit hard. Look how close, how short, shallow he is.
He plays that way a lot.
That is a confident player, because a lot of outfielders don't like to play in like that because they're afraid you're going to hit the ball over their head. Bonds doesn't worry about it. Lewis is also shallow in left center. Martinez is real deep and right, which is, you would think, because that's the hitter's pull side.
Lenny probably a little less likely to pull off this left-hander, although he did pull both of his balls today, the single to right and the line drive to second base.
Well, Martinez technically might be a step or two too deep because of the left-hander, but it is still the pull side, so he's going to play a little bit deeper. There's the right fielder.
And you can see Will Clark stationed close to the line. Away and low.
It's a shame the Phillies have gotten so far behind. I mean, it's not like before in these other games. It's only 6-1, but Hickerson is a very hittable pitcher. He's a relief pitcher trying to become a starter for them right now, and has thrown a lot of balls that they've hit hard today. They just haven't had many base hits off him, but he's a guy that they look like they can make some contact off.
That's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Dykstra is on for the 3rd straight time. First walk given up by Hickerson. They're loaded for Kevin Stocker, and here comes Dick Powell.
And the bullpen of the Giants, there's nobody up as of yet. They're starting to stir around a little bit, though, as the pitching coach strides to the mound. The Dusty Baker's sitting there, and nobody's up. So I guess it's Hickerson's game right now.
Well, I think the key factor here is that 5-run lead. The Phillies do not get the tying run to the plate even in a slam situation.
Yeah, and he probably figures he has a switch hitter batting right-handed coming up now, Stocker, who he wouldn't think would hurt him with a long ball. So even if they don't get past Stocker, then he has Hickerson to pitch to Kruk, and Kruk has struggled against him today in 2 at-bats. Even though John has a hit, Hickerson's made him look bad. There's the Bob Brenly, isn't it?
That's Bob Brenly.
Former broadcaster.
For the Chicago Cubs, and still a broadcaster in the respect that he does a Giants radio postgame show.
We're going to get him up. Brantley just started to come running over there, and he almost fell.
Well, in steps Kevin Stocker. He's 2 for 2 today. They were both line singles to center field. Stocker is a .429 hitter as he gets in. And he will face Hickerson here. He's going to work from the stretch, bases loaded, and 2 outs. Hard hit ball. Scarsoni's got it. Flipped to second for the fielder's choice. He hit it hard, and the Phillies leave him loaded. No runs, 2 hits, and 3 left. It's 6-1 San Francisco.
From 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue to right here in Pennsylvania, people are searching for new choices in health care.
The costs are strangling me.
Which inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new personal choice.
It seems like you always have to give something up.
A health plan that gives people the benefits of an HMO.
No one has the right to tell me what doctor I can see.
Without asking them to give up their freedom. Personal choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
When Bob borrowed a lawnmower, all he got was short grass. When Bob borrowed hedge clippers, all he got was nice shrubs. When Bob borrowed a ladder, all he got was red shutters. When Bob borrowed a hose, all he got was wet. But when Bob borrowed money, he got indispensable banking services. The Mellon PSFS Smart Accounts. The package accounts for people who borrow as well as save.
Place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and me. Come on and head for the mountains of Bush. Come on and head for the mountains of Bush. Here.
And let's take a look at how they score. The Giants out in front 6-1. They got 3 in the first as Martinez had a double to left, and Clayton singled in 2. Darren Dalton back with an RBI on a fielder's choice in the Phil's first. And then the Giants get 3 more in the 4th inning, a 2-run double by Bonds and another RBI hit by Dave Martinez. Andy's had a big game.
Oh, he has, and he came in slumping. So now it's Mike Williams' turn to pitch for the Phillies in his 5th ball game since being brought up from Scranton. Mike is 1-0, 5.14 earned run average. The 23-year-old right-hander with the Barons this year was 9-2 and a 2.87 earned run average. He joined the Phillies on the 2nd of July.
Did a great job here the other night in that marathon when he pitched 6 innings and finally wound up as the winning pitcher.
Right here, 6-1 San Francisco as we move to the 5th inning.
Bobby Bonds and Paul Runge, the first base umpire, were discussing something over in the coach's box, and no idea what that was about.
No idea why their discussion should hold up the ball game. Manwaring, the hitter, 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Manwaring has done an outstanding job. He's batting .303. Giants have had to work through some injuries this year. As you take a look at Williams, who is from Radford, Virginia, makes his home in Newport, Virginia. And right now the Giants, of course, are playing without Matt Williams, who was the RBI leader in the league when he was injured. He has an abdominal muscle pull. Robbie Thompson not playing at second base. He has declined the All-Star invitation. Second time in his career he's been named to go to the team, and neither time did he play. Strike. So he is gone. Manwaring is out of there, and he and Jerry Lane have a brief word.
Well, he was asking him if that was a strike or not, because he knows he swung at it. He was just asking Lane whether or not that pitch was in the strike zone. If he hadn't, Williams threw some real good breaking balls to him, made him look bad. Manwaring's been wearing the Phillies out. That might be something to jot down, how bad he looked on those breaking balls away.
Paul Ferries has struck out on line to right. Been a pretty good player in this series. Filling in for Robbie Thompson. Now that's part of the art of building a big league club, is not only to get your A-line players, but to have those reserves stuck away somewhere that you can plug in when the emergency arises. 1 ball, 1 strike. They got him from San Diego.
Phillies still like Mike Williams, but they want to try and get him in some situations where he can relax. And they had to throw him into the rotation last year, and he just wasn't ready.
Gets a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ferries. The pitcher Hickerson on deck. Two and two. Phillies still have 4 more with San Francisco to play in San Francisco weekend after next. A little bouncer softly hit, charged by Stocker. Got him. Nice play by Stocker. You get that high turf hop here on a hot day.
Yeah, that's what made that play a real good play, because it looked routine until it took the big hop. And what this does is get the fielders throwing off. You really can't set and throw and get much on it, so you have to throw on the run, and Stocker did and got him. Stocker hasn't had that many fielding chances in the game since he's been up, but he has contributed tremendously offensively, which everybody's looking for just the opposite.
Bases empty, 2 outs. The batter is the pitcher Hickerson, who has struck out twice, and he takes a called strike. Hickerson as a batter 1 for 9. Hickerson thinks about bunting, probably his best chance. 1-1. Hickerson not much of a hitter. In his career, he is 1 for 25. Lifted to left field. Incaviglia's got the play. For the first time, the Giants go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 6-1 San Francisco.
For years now, Mr. Krylon Spray Paint's been showing you how to get a professional finish, while I've been taking to the cleaners. Well, no more. Krylon's easy. Go play with your tarantula. I'll spray it here, the other leading brand there. Krylon's smooth, no runs, no drips, no airs, and dries to the touch in 12 minutes. 2 hours later, the other brand's tacky. Yeah, Johnny.
Hey,
have a seat. How you doing?
Good. I got to get back to my spray painting.
Don't get any paint on you.
For a fast, smooth, professional finish, get Krylon.
If you heard of a car whose performance is almost eerily smooth and quiet, whose dual airbags enhance a secure environment, whose finish resists even acid rain, would you want to take a closer look at it? We thought so. Introducing the all-new 1994 Mitsubishi Galant. It's everything you ever hoped for in a midsize sedan, and a few things you never dreamed of. The Galant from Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles.
Next up, Darren Dalton.
What? You're out of uniform. Coach, Zuba stripes are in. Dalton, you need glasses. Right, Coach. Philly Zuba's glasses from McDonald's.
Score big at McDonald's with Phillies glasses in 2 hot Zubas designs. Each only 79 cents when you order a bacon Swiss quarter pounder, a large fry, and a medium Coke Classic, or any other extra value meal.
Now what? What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Sherwin-Williams Rust Tough. The rust out of the game is brought to you by Rust Tough from Krylon. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. And by AT&T, because you're not the same as anybody else. There's the I plan. It's the bottom of the 5th inning here at Veterans Stadium. Phillies in San Francisco, and it's an uphill battle for the Phillies, who trail by a 6-1 score against a guy they're seeing as a starter for the first time, but Brian Hickerson has always been tough on them in relief.
Well, they've had 2 bases loaded shots at him and 1 2-on situation. All they've gotten so far is a fielder's choice RBI. So Hickerson's been in trouble the whole game. The Phillies have hit the ball hard off him the whole game, and they have just not been able to come through with a hit when they needed it with men on. He has been a very, very hittable pitcher this afternoon, and a guy they just haven't been able to get yet.
7 LOBs for the Phillies, and he's retired them in order just that once. That was back in the 2nd inning. Sun-drenched crowd here at Veterans Stadium, getting occasional relief by a big cloud that goes overhead.
The problem with the Giants is as you get late in the game with them, they get tougher and tougher. See Darren Dalton, who's knocked in the 1 run today, because they have a very, very good bullpen, especially right-handed.
Mike Jackson leads the league in appearances, and Rod Beck closes it down.
And Brantley does a good job for them out of the pen. They have him back in the role where he's best.
John Kruk to lead it off. He's 1 for 2, strikeout and single. Hickerson has worked his curveball to John, starting it right out at Kruk and then breaking it over the plate.
That's why that's a nasty pitch. He just threw him an up and in fastball, and you figure Kruk was going to start diving in to look for a breaking pitch.
Heart of the order, Kruk, Hollins, and Dalton here in the 5th inning. John gives it a ride over Bond's head and into the bullpen. John Kruk's 9th home run. A 6-2 ball game. Well, we knew if one left the yard, the likely spot was left field. We just thought a right-handed batter would do it.
Yeah, sooner or later somebody's going to hit one out to left or left center because of the way it's carrying. But that's what I was just talking about. I mean, Hickerson's making so many fat pitches and getting away with it that he's only given up 2 runs is a miracle. And now Kruk, it looked like it was a fastball after all those breaking balls he'd thrown him early in the game. A fastball, and he hits it out to left field.
With that home run, number 90 for the Phillies, they take the league lead 1 more than San Francisco. It's Dave Hollins. Ground ball hit toward the hole. Clayton's got the high hop. Gets him. That was a good play by Clayton, similar to the one that Stocker made because of that high hop. 1 out. It brings to the plate Darren Dalton for the Phillies. He is 0 for 2 today with an RBI. Got it on a ground out. Dalton now with 65 runs batted in.
Giants really overshift Dalton and put the shortstop, as you look at Kruk there after his home run, put the shortstop Clayton over near second base. See the overshift on Dalton as they play him as a dead pull hitter.
High fly ball down the right field line. Will there be a play? Yes, unfortunately. Martinez still in fair territory as he catches it for the out. Very high fly down the right side.
Dalton last year struggled like this right before the All-Star break, where his bat was really slow the way it is right now. He came back after the break, used a lighter bat after a little bit of a rest, even though he was in the All-Star game, and he tore it up second half of the season, and hopefully that'll happen again this year.
You know, I think getting out of this hot, steamy weather is going to help the Phillies. It'll be hot on the West Coast, but it won't be as humid, and the temperatures won't be quite as high, and I think it'll refresh the Phillies. So maybe they're getting a break to be able to get out of town and get into some normal type weather for a while. Incaviglia is 0 for 2. He's grounded into a force out and struck out. Home run number 9 for John. IBM tail of the tape at 352 feet. Incaviglia has been struggling. He is 0 for his last 18.
He's really trying to wait on the ball right now, which is the key to hitting and the key to what he was doing earlier and was successful. But as Dennis Menke was talking about, and it's very evident, he's just pulling off everything.
2 balls and a strike. Well, he's always been a streak hitter, and the Phillies have seen the hot streak out of him in the first half. I mean, he has 53 RBIs, one of 4 Phillies over the half-century mark in runs batted in. High fly to center field. Lewis puts the glasses down, backs off, and he's there. Phillies get a run on the homer by Kruk. Their only hit, nobody left, and after 5, it's 6-2 San Francisco.
What does it take to be a mountain man? Do you need a big horse? Do you need a deep tan? Do you have to have a saddle? Do you have to have the gear? Well, the simple truth is you just gotta have the beer.
Bush beer, an easy drinking Bush Light. Have you got what it takes to be a mountain man?
What does it take to live a mountain man's life? Get smooth Bush beer, is a drinking Bush Light.
If you've got a group of 25 or more, we'll give you a great time at a Phillies game. For all the details about a special package for your group at a Phillies game, call 463-5000.
A new look Ranger is now at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
No other truck is built for tough.
Ford Ranger, the #1 compact pickup for 6 straight years, has a slick new look inside and out. No wonder Ranger is 93 compact pickup of the year.
It'll set you free.
The hottest new look Ranger Splash just got in town. Hurry, lease a well-equipped 93 Ford Ranger for just $199 per month for 24 months. Now at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
You better hit the ground running in a new Ford truck. Hey, hey.
Phillies fans 14 years and younger become a member of the Junior Phillies Club for a small membership fee. You'll receive a ticket to 8 different Phillies games, 9 color photos of some of your favorite Phils, and a membership card. Sign up now. Just pick up a registration form at the vet or have one sent to you by calling the Phillies ticket office at 463-1000. Andy Musser with Chris Wheeler as we move to the 6th inning of our game, led by the Giants 6-2. And 2 weeks from today, the Phillies will be playing the Giants in a windup of an 11-game road trip to the coast, winding it up at Candlestick Park.
Fanatic just went zooming by Bobby Bonds. I mean, he went flying by him. Bonds is talking to Runge down there. Man, how'd he miss me?
Giants at the top of their batting order. There's Barry's daddy, Bobby.
Not a bad player in his own right.
Played during Rich Ashburn's era. And a little later, Lewis 2 out of 3 today, 2 singles, and both times he's been on, he has scored.
At one time, they said Bobby Bonds was the best player in baseball. They're sure saying that about his son.
Ball and a strike facing Mike Williams, the third Phillies pitcher. Curt Schilling went 3 2/3 today, was hit for 6 runs and 11 hits. Lewis bunts, foul ball, 1-2 on Lewis.
Mike Williams has a very good breaking ball today, and he's throwing it to these right-handed hitters. The Phillies have not done a good job pitching to San Francisco in this series. You know, I think they've seen some areas that they can get these hitters out, but they're not able to make pitches anywhere close to the areas that they need to. And they have to do that the next time they play them, or hopefully later on.
Called strike 3. Lewis is gone. Williams gets his second strikeout.
See, what Williams did to Lewis that time was set him up with good breaking balls, and he had him very aware of it as Colorado leads St. Louis 2-0 in the 5th behind Armando Reynoso, and then he snuck a fastball by him. What's been happening to Phillies pitchers is they've been throwing fastballs in the strike zone. Good pitch, especially with 2 strikes on a hitter. That's going to freeze him.
Well, let's see if he can get Scarsoni. Scarsoni's had a terrific series. He's 2 out of 3 today. Fooled him on that one. Scarsoni last time executed the hit and run perfectly with a single to right field. Scarsoni is batting .344. He's only been up a brief time. When Matt Williams got hurt, they put Mike Benjamin at third base, but then Benjamin got hurt.
This is where he could break and ball him and get him probably when he threw a fastball.
Hoping Scarsone would chase it, he didn't. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Scarsone's kind of a crouch dive into the ball type of hitter.
It's low, 2-2. Jerry Lane's uniform is soaked down there at the plate. He's the home plate umpire, and he's just wringing wet today.
Yeah, that thing was light blue when he started. Now it's dark blue.
Right. The Lane. The 2-2 pitch. Half swing and a punch shot to right field. Scarsone is 3 out of 4 today. He takes a full swing, he gets a hit. He takes a half swing, he gets a hit.
Well, it's also an example of the high fastballs I've been talking about. See, the Phillies have getting hurt a lot of bad pitches up in this series, and to their credit, the Giants are hitting. They're a good hitting team, and they've been hitting a lot of mistakes.
Only once today have the Phillies been able to put him down 1-2-3. The batter is Will Clark. Will 1 for 3. He has grounded out, single to center, and struck out. In the inning where Clark struck out, and he did so with 2 runners on base, the Giants came back to get 3 runs that inning anyway, as his teammates really picked him up. One on Will.
Good breaking ball again from Mike Williams. Has had a very effective kind of a curve type slider. You know, it's an in between. It's not a real big bender, and it's not a real hard biting type breaking ball. More of a slurve.
On the ground, Kruk dives for it, gets it, tags the bag. That's all he's going to get. He was thinking 2, but by the time he was on the seat of his pants, there wasn't much more he could do.
Now Bonds is looking in the dugout as he's walking over. He's looking in the dugout. He just pointed at himself, said, "You gonna walk me again?" As Kruk made a fine play there, but yep, they're gonna walk him again. Look, you see in the background, see Bonds is now talking to Dalton, but as he walked to home plate, he looked right in the Phillies dugout, pointed at himself, put 4 fingers up. And that's just what they're doing.
Well, he doesn't have to read the papers to know what they're going to do. Fregosi has talked about this many times, and I'm sure he's told Barry directly.
Problem is, Martinez is 3 for 3 behind him today.
But still, over the long haul, when you're talking percentages, it's going to be Bonds more than Martinez.
On 2-0, he threw the wrist guard off. Figures he's not going to get hit. He don't have to worry about it. So he'll take those last 2 pitches without his wrist guard.
His Mitch Williams wrist guard.
Now watch his reaction when see if he looks in the dugout again. Nope, this time he didn't. Yesterday in the first, oh, there he goes. Now he's looking over at the bench because they said something to him.
2 on with 2 outs. Dave Martinez now 3 for 3 today. RBI ground rule double after Bonds was walked intentionally in the first. Then he was a leadoff hitter in the third, got a bunt single. And then he followed Bonds' 2-run double with an RBI single of his own in the fourth. 3 for 3. Came into the series, or came into the game today, I should say, 1 for his last 15.
Will Clark keeps hitting those balls to Kruk that turn into plays at first and allow the runner to go to second and open the base up so they can walk him.
First time he has faced Williams. His other at-bats were all off Schilling. Six to 2 San Francisco in the 6th inning of the final game of this 4-game series. Last year, the Phillies, on their final game before the All-Star break, played in San Diego and had the night game and flew back here. That was a long, long night. The Dodgers this year have it even worse. They're playing on the East Coast. They're playing New York in the night game tonight. They fly to Los Angeles, arriving in the middle of the night, and then the entire team will get up tomorrow and attend Don Drysdale's funeral. That's been a tough trip for the Dodgers. 1-2 the count on Martinez.
Martinez will chase breaking balls in the dirt. If you get ahead of him in the count the way they are right now, we'll see which way Darren Dalton wants to go. He's throwing a couple pretty good sinkers in this at bat.
Yes, he went after it, just like you were saying, Wheels. And they get him at first base for the final out of the inning. The Giants, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left. Phillies trail 6-2.
Prepare to come face-to-face with a 32-foot killer shark, Jaws, as PHL 17 and the New Jersey State Aquarium sends you to Universal Studios, Florida. Watch for your chance to call in and win a Jaws prize pack and qualify to win the grand prize trip. Winners fly U.S. Air, the official airline of Universal Studios, Florida, and stay at the Twin Towers Hotel. Watch Jaws, The Revenge, July 22nd on PHL 17, when we'll announce the grand prize winner who'll experience Jaws. Coming soon to Universal Studios, Florida, from the New Jersey State Aquarium and PHL 17.
Recently, an object was sighted.
It was big. It was just big.
Too big to measure with the human eye.
They say it could show up anywhere.
Whoa! Did you see that? Pizza Hut!
Bigfoot from Pizza Hut.
Out of sight, big.
21 slices.
I can handle it.
On a totally different crust.
Whoa!
For a ridiculously low $10.99. It's a legendary value. Bigfoot from Pizza Hut. The biggest pizza you can get delivered.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you friends know when to say when. The Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, no other book can match it, a Bell Atlantic company. And by McDonald's, what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Veterans Stadium, bottom half of the 6th inning. Phillies are down by a 6-2 score. Both bullpens are working at this point. Mike Williams will bat this inning for the Phillies, and the Giants have Righetti up. Rags to riches. He gave up the grand slam yesterday to Morandini. Dave Righetti, one of the nicest men in America, and has had a great career. Here's Chamberlain to lead off the 6th inning. West 1 for 2 with a single. Fouled it away, strike 1. Roger Mason is up in the Phillies bullpen. There's Raj. He played for these Giants at one point in his career.
I think they're happy to get 5 from Hickerson. If he starts to get in trouble in this inning, that could be it for him.
Chamberlain chased a pitch up in the strike zone. It's 0-2 on Wes. Wes in his career 1 for 6 facing this left-hander Brian Hickerson. One ball, 2 strikes on Chamberlain. He'll be followed by Morandini and a pinch hitter for Mike Williams. And Chamberlain is fooled by that pitch. That was not what he was looking for. Hickerson gets his 4th strikeout.
That was a changeup. He'd thrown him hard stuff early in the count, and watch this dead fish. Down and away and way out front.
Good pitch. Here's Morandini 0 for 2, and Jim Eisenreich moving into the on-deck circle to bat for Mike Williams. Morandini has fouled to third, flied to center. Mickey bunts it in the air, and Scarsoni catches it. He's out. Morandini bunts into an out. There are 2 down. Eisenreich will bat. Or is he going back now? Eisenreich was out, but now they're going to send Milt Thompson up. Phillies changing pinch hitters and going to Milt Thompson.
Thompson played yesterday on that Saturday afternoon game. Hit a 2-run home run in the bullpen and left off John Burkett. He's been swinging the bat really well lately.
Milt coming out hitting at .255, 3 homers, 33 RBIs, 4 for 13 as a pinch hitter. You're right, he had a slow start, and Milt has really picked up the stroke rate lately for the Phillies.
Phillies, as you mentioned, Andy, head to California, and the Padres and the Dodgers throw mostly right-handers, if not all right-handers, actually, so he'll play a lot out there.
Thompson batting .350 in his last 12 games. That's 14 for his last 40. Tommy Green yesterday, outstanding ball game for Tommy.
He's pitched 2 good games in a row now, so they're happy about him. They still haven't been able to get Schilling back on track.
Thompson gives it a ride, but it hangs in the air. Lewis giving chase on the run. He's there. Makes the catch. He was playing shallow, but Lewis retreated to catch it, and the Phillies are out in the 6th. Harry Callis and Rich Ashburn return in the 7th inning. It's 6-2 San Francisco.
It's Saturday. I'm not going to mow the lawn. I'll hire him to mow the lawn and paint the garage. No, the garage. I'm dreaming big. With Super 7, I'll buy a car. No, cars. Meet exotic people. Not him. Her. I'll be in the money. Moolah. Saturday. Super 7. If I can dream it, I can win it.
The Bud Light Spotlight's on Phillies!
We'll tell you what we like with our Bud Light.
Beach volleyball and Bud Light. Give me the Flyers and a Bud Light.
Cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks.
Enough already with the Philly cheesesteaks!
Anything goes well with Bud Light.
We like Bud Light and Dan!
Bud Light! Bartender, we need a Bud Light.
Are you saying that I killed my wife?
I didn't kill my wife! Put that gun down! Turn around!
On August 6th, the chase begins. Harrison Ford is The Fugitive, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, August 6th at a theater near you.
The Fugitive from Warner Brothers presents The Fugitive of the Week. Ricky Henderson steals base number 1066, setting a new world's record, previously held by Japan's Yutaka Fukumoto. Right on, Ricky.
After 6 innings of play, it's San Francisco 6 and the Phillies 2. Tomorrow at 6:30, Al makes the whole family find jobs, and at 7, Peggy goes back to high school on Married with Children right here on PHL 17. Roger Mason will come in to pitch for the Phils. Coming on from Mike Williams, who had 2 shutout innings, gave up 1 hit. No runs, struck out 3, walked 1. That 1 walk was an intentional walk, and now it's Mason. Mason is appearing in his 39th game overall, including his work with San Diego. No run, no wins, 7 losses, a 3.41 ERA. Royce Clayton leads off against him, with the Giants leading here 6-2. Big hack, no contact. Bouncing up there. Last week in Phillies Rookie League action, there were games played at the Sherwood Park League at Cobbs Creek Parkway and Whitby Avenue. The league is run by Dave Pizon. Sherwood Park Red Sox defeated the Orioles 6-5 with a game-winning double by Steven Stearns, and the Pirates beat the Reds 7-1 behind Tyreek Means 4 RBIs. Phillies Rookie League program sponsored by Mellon PSFS and McDonald's. Reached out a tough breaking ball and just slings it into center field. Clayton has been a tough out for the Phillies. He's a leadoff base runner.
Hit it right off the end of the bat. Mason made a good pitch. It was down. Okay, we've seen a lot of those in this series. Give the hitter credit.
Brings on Kurt Manwaring. He's 1 out of 3. His single flied out and struck out. Pitch out. Nothing on. 87th birthday wishes to B. Crock, who is Wallingford Nursing Home, watching the ball game. 1 ball and no strikes. There he goes. Ground ball deep short. Stocker has only 1 play. Got him easily. Clayton moves up to second base, and the batter will be Paul Ferries. Ferries is struck out, line to right, and grounded out. 7th inning, Giants lead it 6-2. Todd Benzinger moves into the on-deck circle. He will bat for the pitcher, Brian Hickerson. Right off the end of Ferry's bat.
Well, Dusty Baker got what he wanted out of Hickerson. Six innings.
Yeah. And Dave Righetti up. Laid off the low pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. I don't think he laid off that one.
No, he swung a bleed.
Yeah, they called it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mason wanting Dalton to go back through the signs. Into right field, Chamberlain can't get it, and it gets by him. Clayton will score, and Ferries all the way to third base with what will be scored a triple, but it was not played well by Wes. 7-2 Giants.
I think Wes, he broke back. That was his first mistake. And then he couldn't see. You saw him. He broke way back and took a little circle. He should have probably caught that ball rather easily. Then when he got too close to the ball, it bounced over him. I think the ball probably should have been caught.
Todd Benzinger coming on to pinch hit for Hickerson. Benzinger hitting at .250. Perry's at third base with a run across, 1 out. It's now 7-2 Giants.
Infield comes up tight, try to cut off another run.
Two balls and no strikes. On the inside corner, 2-1 to Benzinger. Benzinger's been a better hitter right-handed than left. 357 right-handed, 224 left-handed. As a pinch hitter, he is 5 for 25. Just missed. 3 balls and 1 strike. Walked him. So San Francisco runners first and third with 1 out for Darren Lewis. Lewis is 2 for 4, a pair of singles. He scored a couple of runs.
Infield goes back. Lewis is very hard to double. He runs so well.
In the dirt, a good block by Dalton. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants have 1 across here in the 7th. They lead at 7-2. Runners at first and third and 1 out. Just a nubbing ground ball. Nice grab, Morandini. No play anywhere. Coming in to score is Ferries, and it's an 8-2 game. Give Lewis a run batted in, and he picks up his 3rd hit.
A base hit off the end of the bat. That's 15 hits for the Giants. They've had 20, 23, 15. Yesterday in their loss, they only had 7.
Scarsoni fouls it back. 0-1 to Steve Scarsoni. He's had 3 hits. He's 3 out of 4.
He's had 9 hits in this series. There's 10.
He slams that ball to left field. Benzinger scores. Lewis being waved around. The throw to the plate late. He scores. And the Giants now lead it by a score of 10-2. 2-run double by Scarsoni. Boy, he has really had a heck of a series here against his former club.
He slammed this one too. Bullet right in the corner.
4-hit game for him.
His second 4-hit game. There's a guy they just called up to fill in.
Brings on Will Clark. Jose De Leon is starting to throw for the Phils in the bullpen. Clark's 1 out of 4. Very high fly ball left center field. Pete Incaviglia waits for it. That is out number 2 in the inning. Phils have been able to get Will Clark out. He's 1 for 5 in this game. The batter is Barry Bonds, who is 1 for 2. He's been intentionally walked, flied to deep left, doubled high off the left center field fence, and been intentionally walked.
There's a base open here, but I think you got to pitch to him now. You're down 8 runs. What do you have to lose?
One ball and no strikes. Bonds, the 8th man to come to the plate here in the 7th for the Giants. That's a strike, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike to Bonds. Cues it up the middle. Stocker a nice play, and Bonds is retired. But the Giants put 4 more on the board. They do it with 4 hits, no Philly errors, 1 man left. Stretch time of the event, we go to the bottom of the 7th, 10-2, San Francisco.
In the 2 years you have worked here, you have broken just about every city ordinance that pertains to this line of work.
Charlie Sheen. You're a stupid little man. Emilio Estevez. Who knew that taking out the garbage could be so much fun? Men at work.
Monday at 8 on PHL 17.
Just imagine if you could always do things your way. Like, if you were a cartoon. Then you could give yourself your own Foot Locker with tons of Philo Rumball shoes. And then you could really jam. Of course, you're not a cartoon. Lucky for you, Foot Locker has tons of Philo Rumball shoes. Hey, it's a start. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
Upon completing the rear axle assembly diagram set using a 9-inch gripping wrench, tighten the C diagram set to secure the frame extenders to the housing mount. Congratulations, you built a tricycle. While the simplest things can be made complex, the challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile, with straight answers, clear explanations, and with no assembly required. Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
Hello, I'm Dick Vermeil. How often should a woman have a pap smear? The American Institute for Cancer Research recommends females age 18 or older should have the test every 1 to 3 years to screen for cervical cancer.
Giants 10 runs, 16 hits. Scarsoni has 4 of those with a couple of RBIs. Dave Martinez 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Kurt Schilling, another rough start, 3 2/3 innings. He had a little tough luck, gave up 6 runs. And the Phillies have had to go to the bullpen again. They've used 4 pitchers today.
Dave Righetti is the new pitcher for San Francisco. Brian Hickerson taken out for a pinch hitter. Hickerson going 6 innings, charged with the 2 runs on 8 hits. He struck out 4 and walked only 1. And now it is Dave Righetti. Righetti appearing in his 33rd game. He's won 1, lost 1, no saves, a 4.06 ERA. 31 innings of work, 31 hits, 14 earned runs, 19 strikeouts, and 13 walks. He has come into the last 2 games in this series and given up homers. One to Ricky Jordan, which didn't mean anything. The Giants were well out in front of that game. But then yesterday, a slam to Mickey Morandini, which gave the Phillies a 5-run lead instead of a 1-run lead. 2 strikes to Lenny Dykstra, who is singled, lined out, and walked. Dykstra hitting at .297. He's called out on strikes. 1 down here in the 7th, and that'll bring on Kevin Stocker. Stocker is 2 out of 3. Giants leading 10-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Giants will go into the All-Star break with the best record in baseball. Phillies will have the second best. This Giant team has been a hot team. Fouls it down the third base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Stocker has his average with his 2 for 3 since his call up at 409.
Played an excellent shortstop.
Foul tip struck him out. So Rigetti comes in, gets 2 straight strikeouts. It'll bring up John Kruk.
Stocker thinks the ball hit the dirt. Evidently not getting any satisfaction. He didn't want to leave home plate.
Jim Fragosi's going to come out and question that too.
I think it did hit the dirt.
Fragosi's asking Jerry Lane to get some help. Ball hit the dirt.
Well, you know, you appeal everything else. I don't know why he wouldn't let him appeal that. I mean, the first base umpire has a much better look at that. Than the home plate umpire. Home plate umpire is blocked out by the catcher. That's Paul Runge, first base umpire.
Basic wave off.
Let's look at it here.
Yeah, it kicked up a lot of dirt.
Yeah, it caught it on a short hop. Wonder why you wouldn't let him appeal that.
Probably because of the heat. Here's John Kruk, who has struck out, singled, and hit a home run. Colorado Rockies hang on. They still lead St. Louis 2-0. Behind Armando Reynoso. Pitching that shutout. Kruk had a cut, fouls it back, 2-1 to him. Hit him. 3 balls and a strike. It's hard to do, though. To hit Krucker, he's only been hit twice in his major league career. Fouls that one out of play. It's a full count. Three and 2 to John Kruk. Beats the ball foul. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dave Rigetti, veteran left-hander in his first inning in relief of Brian Hickerson. Rigetti, 34 years of age. Bouncing ball to Will Clark. Clark to Rigetti. Kruk beats it out. John Kruk beat it out, beat Righetti to the bag for an infield single, his third hit. That shows you something. Down 10-2 here, and I mean, Kruk really hustled, slid into the bag just ahead of Righetti.
Yeah, he beat him. I think the mistake was made by Will Clark, who did not get the ball to Righetti. He tossed it, but he should have put some mustard on the throw, give Righetti the throw, and then let Righetti get to the bag. But Righetti got to the bag about the time the ball there, but he didn't know for sure where it was. First baseman has to get the ball there to the pitcher in a hurry. Give him a snap throw.
So Kruk gets his third hit, and the batter will be Dave Hollins. Hollins is 1 out of 3.
Kruk holding his shoulder after that slide.
Popped him up. Carries, waits. Makes the grab. Phils are shut out here in the 7th. And we move to the 8th inning with a score. San Francisco 10, Phillies 2.
Live from Philly, it's Bud Light.
Bud Light is in the house! I'm talking about Bud Light.
Bud Light is slamming. We just want a Bud Light. Is that so wrong? Salute.
Hola, amigo.
Georgia Bud Light, yeah!
Birdman loves Bud Light.
I need a Bud Light. We live in Philly and we love Bud Light.
Ask for Bud Light.
What could a minute cost if your 800 service goes down? If you're a player on Wall Street, $910,000. But with us, you can stay in the game. Introducing the AT&T 800 service Never Miss a Call guarantee. Now, if there's a problem, we can reroute your calls in less than a second. Sign up for the Never Miss a Call guarantee. It's the #1 reason AT&T 800 service is always the smartest play. AT&T, the best in the business. Guaranteed.
If you want your car done right, it has to be done by the right people.
We take care of our customers. We do the job right.
Quality all the way.
Experience counts. The customer comes first. Satisfaction guaranteed.
We're only as good as our people. That's why Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide insurance agent in Newtown is Paul Weiner. By Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. And by Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something. Kim Baptiste comes into play third base for the Phils. He'll bat in the number 9 spot, vacated by the pitcher Roger Mason. Jose De Leon is the new pitcher. He will bat in the 4 spot, vacated by Dave Hollins. De Leon making his 22nd appearance. He's had 2 starts, 3 wins, no losses, a 3.55 ERA. Dave Martinez, the first one to face De Leon. Martinez is 3 out of 4, has doubled, singled twice, and struck out. Giants leading it here in the 8th, 10-2. One strike to Dave Martinez. One and one. Martinez playing for Willie McGee, who's banged up a little bit, getting a couple of days off. Forkball, he got over for a strike, 1-2. Missing wide, 2-2. There's Willie McGee.
They didn't miss him. They didn't miss anybody. They didn't miss Matt Williams. They didn't miss Robbie Thompson.
Slams the ball. It's fair down the right field line. Bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. The 4th hit for Martinez in the game.
He tomahawked a high pitch. Ooh, good cut.
Hit number 17 for the Giants.
I think the rest of the league's going to be happy when Matt Williams gets back and Robbie Thompson gets back and Willie McGee gets back.
1 ball and no strikes to Clayton. He's 2 for 3.
Lionel Mason, 1 inning, 4 hits, 4 runs earned, 1 walk. Estimated 4 hits by Martinez is a career high. Now done it 6 times. Last time was August 26, 1991 at Atlanta.
2 balls and no strikes to Royce Clayton. Missing wide, 3-0. Got that one over, 3-1. Chase ball 4 and skies a high pop foul. Dalton over, but runs out of room. Boy, Dalton is a workhorse. In this heat, we've had heat since played in St. Louis. Just consecutive days of heat, long games. And Dutch has been out there. He'll be out there Tuesday night at Camden Yards, starting the All-Star game. Walked him. So the Giants with 2 men on base. Nobody out for Kurt Manwaring. Manwaring has singled, flied out, struck out, and grounded out. High with it. 1 ball and no strikes. Pretty well hit to right center field, but Chamberlain is there, makes the catch in front of the warning track. Martinez tags and moves to third after the catch. And that'll bring on Paul Ferries. Ferries has struck out, lined out to right, grounded out, and tripled. Mike Jackson trotting in from the bullpen. Guess he will come in to pitch the 8th inning. Eric Johnson has moved into the on-deck circle for San Francisco to bat for Righetti. There's Johnson. Had his first big league hit yesterday. In fact, he had a couple of hits and 2 at bats. Way outside, 1-1. Ball on the strike to Ferries. Fouls it down the right field side. De Leon, the 5th Phillies pitcher to work here today. Struck him out. Perry's called out on strikes. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Johnson.
And I guess the umpires want to get it over with, too. That pitch was quite a bit outside. Not fair to the hitter, but...
No. Eric Johnson, since his call up, is 2 for 3. He's hitting .275 at Phoenix. Breaking ball for a strike. Here's this pitch that Ferries was rung up on.
Yeah, couldn't reach it.
Yeah. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's just 1 out closer to a good, nice cold drink for the umpires.
Breaking ball over.
I haven't really said much about this crew, though. They've been a good crew. They've been here through all this heat. They don't get to take a break between innings. They stand out there and go right through it all.
And breaking ball is low. Paul Runge is the crew chief.
We didn't get to see Runge behind the plate. He's, in my estimation, the best ball strike umpire in the National League.
Got him with the sliders, struck him out. That will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. It's 10-2, San Francisco.
Recently, an object was sighted.
It was big. It was just big.
Too big to measure with the human eye. They say it could show up anywhere.
Whoa! Did you see that? Pizza Hut!
Bigfoot from Pizza Hut.
Out of sight, big.
21 slices.
I can handle it.
On a totally different crust.
Whoa!
For a ridiculously low $10.99. It's a legendary value. Bigfoot from Pizza Hut. The biggest pizza you can get delivered.
What could a minute cost if your 800 service goes down? If you're a player on Wall Street, $910,000. But with us, you can stay in the game. Introducing the AT&T 800 service never miss a call guarantee. Now if there's a problem, we can reroute your calls in less than a second. Sign up for the never miss a call guarantee. It's the #1 reason AT&T 800 service is always the smartest play. AT&T, the best in the business. Guaranteed.
Good afternoon. I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break in the National League this afternoon. In Chicago, it is Houston leading the Cubs 6-1 in the 8th inning. Reynoso still on the mound for the Rockies. They're now in the bottom of the 8th. It's Colorado 2 and St. Louis nothing. Montreal trails San Diego 4-1. That game is in the 8th inning. And also a final score, Pittsburgh over Cincinnati, 3-2 final with a run in the bottom of the 9th. 6:05 start in Florida and New York, a 8:05 start tonight. 10-2 to the bottom of the 8th.
All right, Neil, the new pitcher is Mike Jackson, and Eric Johnson stays in the game at second. The pitch to Darren Dalton is a called strike. One-1, Jackson appearing in his 49th game. He's won 5, lost 2. His ERA is 2.58. He has 1 save. Only given up 29 hits in 45 innings, 13 earned runs. Hit in the air to right center field. And Darren Lewis will make the play. 1 down. That'll bring on Pete Incaviglia. Incaviglia nothing out of 3. Jackson in 45 innings, 36 strikeouts, 12 walks. Fastball missing. 1-0 to Pete Incaviglia.
Jackson hit Incaviglia with a pitch earlier in this series. Had some words, but
yeah. Incaviglia would love to get a knock here and get off this offer.
Yeah,
before the All-Star break.
Couple 3 days off. You don't want to. Well, he's not going to want to remember that.
Just got him, did Will Clark. 2 down. That'll bring up Wes Chamberlain. Chamberlain's grounded out, singled, and struck out. High for a ball, 1-0. 52,015 the paid attendance. Ninth crowd of 50 or more thousand this season. It's a Veterans Stadium record. With 8 crowds of 50,000 or more and 79. Good fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jackson went from the Phils to Seattle in the Phil Bradley deal along with Glenn Wilson. And then coming to the Giants in the Kevin Mitchell deal. Giants got 3 pitchers who have really helped them in that Kevin Mitchell deal. They got Jackson, they got Dave Burba, they got Bill Swift. Speaking of Burba, there he is. Lofted foul. It'll go out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Giants lead at 10-2 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Missing. It's 2-2.
The Phillies are really beat down, not only by pitching getting battered, but the heat. Probably a little pressure on them. A few days off ought to help them. At least you come back a little stronger and maybe with a little better attitude, which they're going to need out on the West Coast.
Weather will be cooler on the West Coast in the evening. Todd Pratt's getting set to come into this game behind the plate.
This has been a rough homestand with the weather.
Long games, rain delays.
One doubleheader at 4:40 in the morning and then 20 innings with the Dodgers. And all this heat. You know, you get beat down after a while. You can love the game. You can't wait to get to the ballpark, but sometimes you can't wait to get out.
Full count to Chamberlain. Terry Mulholland, an all-star. Struck him out. That'll retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the 9th inning. Giants on top, 10-2.
Hey, Jersey, I'm buying.
I drink Bud Light because I'm 245 pounds of U.S. steel and sex appeal.
He's unbelievable.
Jersey girls dig Bud Light.
Bud Light is made in New Jersey.
You know, we own that Statue of Liberty. They stole it from us.
Yo, bartender, Bud Light.
You want one too, don't you?
How about a Bud Light?
Yo, it's Jersey stuff. It's Bud Light, you know?
Bud Light, up and away.
The Phillies try to feast on the East when they shuffle the cards Tuesday, July 27th and Wednesday, July 28th at 7:35. And Thursday, July 29th, 12:35 for a business person special. Then the Pirates walk the plank. Friday, July 30th at 7:35. Saturday, July 31st at 7:05. And Nostalgia Day, Sunday, August 1st at 1:35 when everyone gets a free poster. Call 463-1000.
Now let's go to the Skywatch traffic counter for a look at the rush hour. Boy, you've got quite a mess out there this morning, folks. People merging on the northbound causing all kinds of problems. Expect major delays. Inbound looking real slow. We got a stalled vehicle in the right-hand lane backing things up all the way past the interchange. Westbound real heavy this morning. Watch for a delivery truck blocking both southbound lanes.
If the prospect of another rush hour is less than amusing to you, get together to get to work.
After 8 innings of play, it's San Francisco 10 and the Phillies 2. Tomorrow at 8, 2 sanitation men find a dead body in their trash bin. Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez star in Men at Work, only on Philadelphia's movie station, PHL 17. Blocking the heat, the sun. Todd Pratt now catching for the Phils. And Darren Lewis will lead it off. Lewis is 3 out of 5 with 3 runs scored. Jerry Lane, the plate umpire, has lost a few pounds today. That shirt has been dripping wet since about the first inning. 1 ball and no strikes. Pops it down the first base foul line. Kruk over, can't make the play. Good try by Krucker. One ball and 1 strike. Foul down the third base side, and Baptiste can't make the play. I think he might have slightly hurt himself crashing into that fence fronting the stands. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pops it foul to Pratt. This one is in play. So Lewis is out, 1 down. The official 1993 Phillies gift and souvenir catalog, courtesy of Kellogg's, now available. The catalog features all your favorite Phil's items, including jackets, jerseys, T-shirts, caps, and much more. Get the catalog free by calling the Phillies at 463-1000. Ask for a Phillies souvenir and gift catalog. Here's Scarsone, who in this series is 10 for 19. 3 doubles, a homer, and 7 RBIs.
And it appears the Phillies are finally going to lose a series in this ballpark since when? Last September?
August.
August?
August of last year against Houston. Lenny Dykstra waits for that one, puts it away. That's 2 outs. And we'll bring on Will Clark. Clark 1 for 5. Phillies will be conducting a couple of tryout camps at Reading on Tuesday at 10 a.m. at Reading Municipal Stadium. Again on Wednesday at Lackawanna Multi-Purpose Stadium in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. Tuesday in Reading, Wednesday in Scranton. Mage McDonald, Jack Pastore, Rob Holliday, Ken Holtzapfel will all be on hand. 2 quick strikes to Will Clark. Fouls it back. Nothing in 2. Clark a base hit to right field, his second hit. For the Giants, hit number 18, and that'll bring on Barry Bonds. Mark Carrion's going to come out and pinch run for Will Clark. Barry Bonds has been intentionally walked. His fly to deep left doubled, been intentionally walked and grounded out.
Mark Carrion pitch running for Clark at first base.
One ball and no strikes. Backdoor breaking ball for a strike, 1-1. 10-2 San Francisco. We're in the 9th inning. Keeps the ball foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
$7.2 million a year, and probably worth it by today's standards.
A little bit wide. It's 2-2 to Bonds. Hits it to deep center, but Dykstra there makes the catch, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. San Francisco 10 and the Phils 2.
Just imagine if you could always do things your way. Like if you were a cartoon. Then you could give yourself your own Foot Locker with tons of Philo Rumball shoes. And then you could really jam. Of course, you're not a cartoon. Lucky for you, Foot Locker has tons of Philo Rumball shoes. Hey, it's a start. Foot Locker, where it all begins.
I heard you guys got a great deal on the 93 Ford Escort.
Not a deal, a whole new way of buying. 4 Escorts, one price, $10,499.
Not so fast. I want power steering, rear defrost, and a good stereo.
Still one price.
All right, I want air conditioning. And what if I want a hatchback or a sedan?
$10,499.
Now you can get any of 4 new 93 Escorts, all well-equipped for $10,499. No gimmicks, no hidden costs. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
How about a wagon?
$10,499.
Just checking.
Next up, Darren Dalton.
What? You're out of uniform. Coach, Zuba stripes are in. Dalton, you need glasses. Right, Coach. Philly Zuba's glasses from McDonald's.
Score big at McDonald's with Phillies glasses in 2 hot Zubas designs. Each only 79 cents when you order a bacon Swiss quarter pounder, a large fry, and a medium Coke Classic, or any other extra value meal.
Now what? What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Loosen your tie, take off your coat, roll up your sleeves. It's a business person special, Thursday, July 29th at 12:35. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Go ahead. You deserve a break. Call 463-1000.
Mark Carrion stays in the game to play first base, replacing Will Clark, and the new pitcher for the Giants will be Rod Beck, their ace closer, coming in. Back appearing in his 39th game, he's won 2, lost 1, saved 24, a 1.83 ERA. Hasn't had many save opportunities on this trip because the Giants have been blowing teams out. But look at his strikeout walk ratio. 39 innings, 50 strikeouts, 5 walks.
Well, he comes in throwing strikes, and he has a lot on the ball. He has that great fastball, and then that. That's a
splitter. Yeah, he throws a splitter. And a good one.
Attention media, Mark Karen making his first appearance at first base.
Mickey Morandini, nothing for 3 today after his heroics yesterday with 5 RBIs. Cardinals batting in the 9th inning. They trail 2-1. Morandini lines it, but Bond's right there. He always seems to be in the right place, doesn't he?
And if he isn't, he gets there in a hurry.
Here's Peter McGowan, the president of the San Francisco Giants, taking a sip of soda there with the sunglasses.
He followed.
Real gentleman.
Yeah, he followed the Giants west. He was also out of New York, and he went west 3 years after the Giants went to San Francisco. He's always a Giants fan.
You had a nice interview with him today, and he seems like a very gracious man. Kim Baptiste in his first at bat smokes that ball. Look at Bonds. Cuts it off. Hold him to a single. I mean, most left fielders, that ball is going to go back to the fence, but not Barry.
Yeah, you have an 8-run lead. You would think, well, I'll pick that up in the corner instead of extending myself. And
you can beat you in so many ways. Dykstra lofts a foul down the third base side, out of play. Lenny's 1 for 3 with a walk. Kim Baptiste at first base. That was his first at bat. And he's singled. One ball and 1 strike. Two and 1. For a closer like Beck, who's used to pressure situations, sometimes coming in games like this, they don't really have their full concentration. He gave up a home run in another game here at Veterans Stadium to Stocker. That ball is in the air to right, and Martinez makes the grab. 2 down, and here is Stocker. Kellen Stocker hit his first big league homer off Beck. He is 2 for 4 this afternoon. Baptiste at first with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 9th. One ball and no strikes. Jack McDowell won his 13th at Baltimore for the Chicago White Sox today, tying John Burkett for the major league lead. Two balls and no strikes. Pops a foul, back and out of play. Two and 1 to Stocker. Another foul ball. It's 2 and 2. Now they try to strike him out with a splitter here. Next become one of the top closers in the game. He's only 24 years old from Burbank, California. Saved 17-1-3 last year. ERA was 1.76. Hitting a fastball, and it's looped to left, and Bonds puts it away. That'll end the ball game for the Phillies in the ninth. No runs, a hit, no errors, and one left. The Giants become the first team to win a series here at Veterans Stadium against the Phils since August of last year, as the Giants take 3 out of 4. Winning this one today by a score of 10-2, and we'll be back with the totals and a recap in a moment.